The sun dips below the waters of Galilee, painting the sky with hues of promise. An ordinary day bids farewell, bringing with it the illusion of control. Fishermen return, their voices mingling with the gentle sound of the waves. Life, in its predictable routine, whispers to us that all is safe, that tomorrow will be just a tranquil extension of today. But this peace is a mirage, a fragile illusion that the wind can shatter in an instant. Have you ever felt the ground disappear beneath your feet? Have you seen darkness swallow the light that seemed eternal? Have you found yourself at the mercy of forces you cannot control, nor even comprehend? The story unfolding now is not just about a boat and a storm. It is about your life. It is about your soul. It is about the truth that reveals itself when chaos sets in. And the question echoing in the void is, where will you seek refuge when your own strength fails? Suddenly, the air shifts. The breeze turns into a gale. The waters, once serene, now rage. What was peace is now panic. What was control is now despair. The man in his fragile vessel is tossed from side to side. The boat, which was his shelter, now fills with water, threatening to engulf him. Where is your security when the world collapses around you? Where is your faith when death seems imminent, whispering its name in every wave that crashes against the hull? You cling to what you can, to your experience, to your logic. But the sea does not heed your reason. The wind does not bend to your will. And in the midst of this chaos, a figure sleeps, deeply, unshaken. How can someone rest when existence itself is at stake? This is the doubt that corrodes. This is the suffering of one who finds himself powerless. This is the dilemma. To trust in your own ability to fight against the inevitable, or to recognize that there is a greater power, a rest that transcends the storm.
On that day, when evening came, he said to his disciples, "Let us go over to the other side." Leaving the crowd, they took him along in the boat, just as he was. Other boats were also with him. A furious squall came up, and the waves broke over the boat, so that it was nearly swamped. Jesus was in the stern, sleeping on a cushion. The disciples woke him and said to him, "Teacher, don't you care if we drown?" He got up, rebuked the wind, and said to the waves, "Quiet, be still." Then the wind died down, and it was completely calm. He asked his disciples, "Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith?" They were terrified and asked each other, "Who then is this, that even the wind and the sea obey him?"
You have heard. The scene has been described. The miracle witnessed. Now the truth needs to be applied. Your life is this boat. The storms are inevitable. They will come. Waves of anxiety, winds of uncertainty, tides of despair. And, like the disciples, your first reaction is panic. It is the cry, "Teacher, don't you care if we drown?" But this question reveals more about your lack of faith than about the supposed indifference of the Messiah. Does the Creator not care? He cares so much that at the height of the storm he was there, sleeping, not out of indifference, but out of absolute trust in the Father. Jesus' rest was not ignorance of danger, but the manifestation of his sovereignty. He knew they would cross to the other side because he had said so. His word is your guarantee. His word is your peace. Your faith is tested not in the calm, but in the fury of the sea. Fear is the symptom of weakened faith, of a gaze diverted from the sovereign to circumstances. Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith? This question is not an empty rebuke, but an invitation to deep reflection. In whom do you truly trust when everything around you crumbles? In your own effort to pump water out of the boat, or in the voice of the one who commands the wind and the sea? The Messiah is not a good luck charm to avoid problems. He is the Lord of problems. He did not come to give us a life without storms, but to be our unshakable rest in the midst of them. The lesson here is not about the absence of chaos, but about the presence of the sovereign in chaos. The salvation he offers is not just from hell, but from the despair and panic that life's storms bring. Holiness is trusting in him even when he seems to be sleeping. He got up, rebuked the wind, said to the sea, "Quiet, be still," and there was a complete calm. Who is this? He is the Word who created the heavens and the earth. He is the promised Messiah, the Son of God. He is the only one who has authority over nature, over circumstances, over your soul. Do not make the viewer the center of attention. The center is Him. The glory is His. The biblical truth is that you don't need to understand the storm for it to calm down. You need to know the one who calms it. Your motivation to follow the Bible, to seek holiness, to honor the Creator, must come from the revelation of who Jesus truly is, the sovereign over chaos. He is your rest. He is your eternal rock.
Your search for rest and security ends here, in the revelation of who the Messiah is. The wisdom of the world will tell you to fight the storm with your own strength. The wisdom of God tells you to rest in Him. Do not fear the storm. Fear the lack of faith in the only one who can calm it. He is the Lord of the wind and the sea. He is your rest. He is your eternal rock. In the end, there are only two realities: the chaos that the world offers, which ends in despair and ruin, and the peace that the Messiah offers, which begins in surrender and ends in eternal life. Do not lean on your own understanding. It is an anchor in a sea of sand. Lean on the Lord. He is the eternal rock.